This week on the LTU Sports Report, we get into all of the fall sports action and get to know some of our student athletes. We've got highlights from men's soccer and women's volleyball all competing in the WHAC playoffs, and we sit down with head women's bowling coach Kevin Wemyss. Don't go anywhere because the LTU Sports Report starts right now.
LTU Sports Report is brought to you by Varsity Brands, elevating student experiences in sport, spirit, and achievement. The City of Southfield, the center of it all. Michigan First Credit Union, and Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor.
What's up, Blue Devil Nation, and welcome back to the LTU Sports Report. Here at Lawrence Tech, we pride ourselves in being fierce competitors both in the classroom and on the field of play. This week, we highlight some academic and athletic successes that we've had. I'm your host, Sarah Davis.
And I'm your host, Dylan Morello. The grind of a student athlete is a tough one to say the least, but a rewarding experience unlike any other. And we're not just saying that, we get to live it every day. Sarah here is not only a varsity golfer, but also a member of the women's volleyball team. We got to honor her as well as other seniors this past weekend in their final regular season game where they had a chance to make team history.
That's right, Dylan. We had the chance to become the first team in LTU history to go 20-0 during conference play. On the other hand, Dylan here is a part of the hockey team who finally has a weekend off, but you can catch them in action every weekend at Farmington Hills Ice Arena. For more days and times of our teams competing, check out our website at ltuathletics.com.
While some winter sports like hockey and basketball are just picking up, others are in the midst of their postseason. This week we had not one, not two, but three different teams competing in the WHAC playoffs. We're going to start off with the women's soccer team and their first round matchup against Cornerstone University, where that game didn't disappoint. Let's get to the action.
The Lawrence Tech women's soccer team advanced to the WHAC conference semifinals for the first time after a double overtime thriller versus Cornerstone University. In the first half, thanks to a nice assist from Madison Bologna, LTU strikes first with a goal from freshman biomedical engineering major Dalia Jarosik. Seconds later, Cornerstone tied it up 1-1, which is where the score remained to the end of regulation. Neither team could find the back of the net in the first overtime, but just seconds into double OT, sophomore Sydney McClay from Romeo, Michigan gets a Caitlin Mather deflected shot to go into the back of the net for the game winner. Even though the Blue Devils would go on to lose against Aquinas in a close 1-0 matchup in their semifinal game, the team made program history. Great job, ladies.
My name is Landon King. I play men's volleyball and my major is mechanical engineering. My favorite TV show is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's just funny and relatable. The musical artist is Drake. He can just do anything. I love all of his music. My celebrity crush is Rihanna. How can she not be? Favorite food is pasta. Just tastes the best. Easy to cook.
We'd like to welcome number 11, BT, Ricky Taylor.
So it was double-edged sword, right? You're proud for them because they've made it this far and done so well. Also sad to see that their time playing at LTU is going diminishing. Right? The upside is they stuck to it tonight and got the job done, even through all the emotions and everything. And that's a mark of a really good team.
Playing my last season is surreal. It doesn't really feel like it's my last game, so everything is kind of moving really fast. But it's really exciting because we have a great team. We're having a great season, so I'm just blessed. My motivation to bring the win is that we have a great program, and we've been building it up for all my 4 years I've been here and before that. And I think that we deserve to be the top in our conference, so that makes me motivated to play every day.
It's definitely a little unreal. Like, the 4 years went by pretty fast. It's definitely pretty sad. I've gotten pretty close with most of the girls on the team, and I'm going to miss all of them. To go 20-0 is pretty incredible. We've really grown this program in the last few years, and it's awesome to see that growth. And to end the year undefeated is incredible. We never thought we'd be here.
Next, we have number 7, Laura.
Vara's one of our best. Christy is the best under pressure. And then Z's just unstoppable at times. It's amazing to watch that group kind of take over. Our serving specialist, Mackenzie's another senior, misses a serve every other week. I mean, it's unbelievable how efficient she is with that. So they handle a lot of the small issues. They also mentor the new girls a lot on this is what we are, this is who we are. We're high academic kids that also play volleyball, and there's no excuses for academic lapses and missing our study hall hours and the rest of that stuff. And the core group get it. They're rock stars in the school, they're rock stars on the court, and they're rock stars off the court. So it's an amazing group, and I'm looking forward to following them in their careers as they go on, because they're all special athletes.
Hi everyone, I'm Jason Ross Jr. Coming up on the LTU Sports Report, we'll find out how our LTU men's basketball team fared in the annual Troll Classic hosted by Trinity College in Illinois. And stay with us because we'll also have an exclusive interview with LTU women's bowling head coach Kevin Wemyss.
Southfield truly is the ideal place to live, work, and play.
Well, it's a very exciting time in the city of Southfield. Great neighborhoods, great city services, and Fortune 500 companies. Southfield has something for everyone.
Recognized as Michigan's premier business address, home to world-class educational institutions, voted one of the nation's most livable metro area suburbs.
Southfield is the center of it all.
State Champs is Northern Michigan's home for football highlights. State Champs High School Sports Show. Your teams, your games, your highlights.
You do know you want a contest to spend the whole day with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to sit here and eat this delicious pizza?
We could do other things.
That was the best day ever!
Treat yourself to the world's first stuffed flavored crust pizza. And now for just $6.99, try our new stuffed Howie bread filled with fresh mozzarella and cheddar cheese.
Hungry?
Howie!
Welcome back to Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devil hoops are heating up and the men's basketball team is off to a hot start. Let's see how they fared in their final road game before we're returning home to play here at the Don Riddler Fieldhouse.
In their second weekend of play, the LTU men's basketball team was in Illinois competing in the Trinity Christian College Troll Classic. The boys were up against the hosting team and ready to bounce back after dropping Game 1 to St. Xavier the day before. In the first half, the Blue Devils got off to a good start, leading from the get-go. Off the inbound, some good ball movement results in a pair of freshmen hooking up as Brandon Beavers hits Gunnar Gustafsson, who throws it down with authority. LTU up 21-16. Later on in the half, still a pretty close ball game, but Beavers would be the one to strike this time as he knocks down the triple off the design double screen. Blue Devils extend the lead to 8. Final seconds of the half now with the game tied at 38 apiece. The boys trying to take the lead before the break, and doing just that is Jordan Henry pump faking a defender and laying it up on in. LTU 40, Trinity 38 at the half. Early second half, the lead changed quite a bit. The Trolls up by 1 at the moment, but LTU breaks the press in a hurry, and sophomore sharpshooter Carter France pulls up and drills the deep range shot to give LTU the 50-48 lead. Late in the game, LTU was down by 9, but were on a run of their own. Making it 11 unanswered points in a row to take the lead is Beavers stealing the ball and going coast to coast for the bucket. The Blue Devils would hold on to that lead and go on to beat Trinity Christian in a close battle, 79-76 the final score. The men start off the season 4-1 and begin conference play in their home opener Saturday the 16th against Cornerstone University.
All right, everybody, we're in studio now with Coach Kevin Wemyss of the women's bowling team. A lot of people don't know this, but bowling is one of the oldest sports at LTU. Can you kind of take us through what you know about all the history that's gone into the bowling team and where it's at now from where it started?
I don't know a ton of that, but I do know like our men's head coach, and he bowled here at Lawrence Tech. And I know that when I go look at the showcases, I see a lot of trophies in there, and I've seen some pictures. And bowling has been one of the big ones for a long, long while. So we have I'll call it a heritage to live up to. And I think we can. And I think we're getting there. You see it on the men's side, and I think the ladies have made a turnaround. I think we're on the rise again. We had a little bit of a dip, and I think we're on the move up again.
Definitely. And staying on the kind of background slate of it, talk about a little bit of your background and how you got involved with bowling in general, and then how you got involved with LTU, just for the people out there that don't know you personally.
I've been bowling like a lot of other coaches. I've been bowling since I was a young kid. I've been a student of the game, reading magazines, articles, following up on it, followed the PBA since I was a young kid with my mom and my dad, watching it every weekend. And then my daughter bowled in high school, so I followed her, but I didn't coach. I just watched as a parent from the sidelines. She graduated, and one of my friends asked me if I wanted to coach at the local high school. And we took over Dakota High School. I was the ladies coach, he was the men's coach. I did that for 3 years and then was asked to take over the program. And 2 years later, Jason Clark, our men's assistant, he said, hey, there's an opportunity at Lawrence Tech to help out. So I said, sure, I'll do that. So got a hold of Lawrence Tech. I went, we did that, and about a week later I got a call back and said, no, we don't want you to help out, we want you to be the women's head coach. And that's where it is, and now we're going to start season number 3 as head coach here at Lawrence Tech.
Well, like you said, we've seen the improvement, and we're glad you're on board for your 3rd season. So thank you for coming in, Coach. Appreciate it.
Gabe.
Hey LTU fans, I'm Chloe Godbold. For the 2nd year in a row, our men's soccer team has earned a home playoff game in the first round of the conference tournament. After the commercial break, we get to the action from their exciting game that took place this past week against Aquinas College. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Talking about finances can be confusing, difficult, scary, murky even. But it doesn't have to be with Money Mentor by Michigan First Credit Union on your side. More than 90 years ago, Michigan First was founded on the principle of putting education first. Today, Money Mentor continues that tradition because affording the lifestyle you want isn't always easy. Check us out at MichiganFirstMoneyMentor.com or follow us on social media for tips, tricks, blogs, and videos today.
You sit on the sidelines, but your heart is running across that field. His drive becomes yours, his dreams too. So when a torn ACL and concussion threaten those dreams, choose the sports medicine team that treats the whole athlete. Henry Ford Health System. We combine the most innovative technology with a personalized treatment plan so he can get back his confidence. And you can get back to being his biggest fan. Henry Ford Health System. All for you.
State Champs is the original high school sports show, and State Champs Sports Network is always on, 24/7, delivering the content you want on the platform you choose. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and StateChampsNetwork.com. Coming in 2020, the State Champs app.
Donovan Edwards bullies his way through this crowd of Highlanders.
State Champs Sports Network is always on. Follow, like, subscribe, and share.
I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my 3rd year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day 1. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Welcome back, Blue Devils. I know you're itching to see how the first round of the WHAC playoffs went for our men's soccer team, so let's waste no time and get right to the action.
In the first round of the WHAC Conference Playoffs, the 4th-ranked Blue Devils were hosting the 6th-ranked Aquinas College Saints. This would be the final game inside Blue Devil Stadium for the team, but battling for the chance to potentially advance and play another in the semifinals against Indiana Tech. LTU's defense was tested early in this one as Aquinas had a good possession going. One of the Saints forwards gets a good opportunity at the net, but senior goalie Max Jewett makes a beautiful save, and the rebound attempt sails wide to keep the game scoreless. Late in the first frame, the Blue Devils were on the attack, making things happen down the left side with sophomore Mario Colea, who gets a good shot off, but the AQ keeper is there for the save. Still scoreless, however, that would result in a corner kick from sophomore Sean Humphreys. A beautifully placed ball is then knocked in off the head of Kevin Wright. The senior continues his amazing season with the go-ahead goal, and LTU would lead 1-0 at the break. Second half now, and Aquinas is working their offense off the corner kick. Able to clear the initial pressure is right, but the Saints captain Alberto Teton keeps it in the zone and boots the ball just out of the reach of Jewett to tie things up early in the half. Down to just 2 minutes left in regulation, and the boys in blue were making a late push. Sophomore Alvaro Marino pushes the ball down the sideline, makes a nice cross pass that gets through the Aquinas defense, and coming up for the shot is Juan Yaramillo, who finds the back of the net. A magical moment in the last game of 2019 on the home turf that results in a huge playoff win for men's soccer over Aquinas with a final score of 2-1. Will Dyer and his men now advance to the semifinal game against Indiana Tech University.
I'm just very proud of the team, first and foremost. We didn't have our best game today. Aquinas played very hard, and they were a very good team, a lot better than we thought they were going to be. Regardless of that, we played very hard. We gave everything for the whole 90 minutes, and thankfully we got a little bit of luck towards the end, and we got the win. So that feeling, it's unmatched when the goal goes into the net with like 2 minutes left.
Words can't describe it. You know, big smiles all around. Well-deserved win for our boys. Second half, Aquinas came at us. Tip my hat off to them. They work hard. This is a good team, very good coach, but relentless. These guys are relentless. We're going to get ready for number 1 Indiana Tech and see if we can make that run one last time.
I love the culture and the atmosphere here, man. I came here actually a couple weeks ago for my first visit ever. And, you know, I was just greeted by a whole bunch of players, a whole bunch of coaches, and just really nice here. And the campus is beautiful, man. And, you know, you can really tell there's a lot of good things going on, a lot of smart people here.
It's amazing being out here right now. Coaches were very welcoming. Seems like a nice school. I love to play football here. Our season went actually pretty well. We went 7-2, had a great year coming off of last year. Made it to the first round of playoffs. Lost a close one to Livonia Franklin. It was a tough game, but our offense just couldn't get it done.
I really like Lawrence Tech. You guys have really nice facilities.
I like it a lot here. The engineering program is very impressive. The campus is beautiful, and then Coach Carducci is a good guy.
It's closer to home. You know, I can get comfortable with the campus. Competition of football isn't too bad. NAIA isn't bad. So, you know, I want to come in here and compete, do what I can do.
Our season went great. We got upset in the last game. We missed the playoffs, got kicked out. But other than that, our season went really well. It feels really nice being recruited by Lawrence Tech. I love the atmosphere, the culture, the school, and what it's about. And I was thinking about going to engineering. I heard this was one of the top schools for engineering.
What's up, everybody? Jenna Skelski here at the Don Riddler Fieldhouse, where our women's volleyball team is hosting the first round of WHAC playoffs against Siena Heights. Stay tuned, because after the break, Jason Ross Jr. will take you inside one of their practices, and we'll get to see how this game played out.
You have a say in helping determine who wins 2 of the most coveted awards in high school football by voting for the state champs Mr. Football and Amble Awards presented by Hungry Howie's. Who will join the ranks of previous Mr. Footballs such as DeQuan Finn, Cody White, and Alex Malzone? In 2018, Marcel Lewis was the Amble's first champ. Who's next to be the top linebacker or lineman in Michigan? Keep up with both races by watching our weekly updates on State Champs social media. Vote for Mr. Football and the Amble Award at StateChampsNetwork.com.
So you want to work out, and you're curious about supplements, but don't know where to start. All you have to do is, oh, you're already done. With the Benefit Box, you get full-size supplements customized to you and tailored to your fitness goals. With easy-to-use instructions delivered right to your front door. Visit www.thebenefitbox.com to get started on building your box and you today.
Welcome back, Blue Devil fans. Our women's volleyball team has had a historic season so far, going 20-0 in conference play. They are the regular season champs, and they've earned themselves a ticket to go to the national tournament. Our very own Jason Ross Jr. had a chance to catch up with them at practice and see what it takes to compete at such a high level. Let's check it out.
Welcome inside of Don Riddler Fieldhouse, where the Blue Devils women's volleyball team has been very comfortable over the past year or so. They haven't lost in this gym in 382 days.
All right, let's go. That's a great serve.
You wrapped up the WHAC regular season title for the first time in program history. What do those numbers mean to you?
I put a smile on my face every time when I think about that, because it's a long journey that we've been on. And then again, the senior leadership and the coaching staff is capitalizing on a lot of the stuff our athletes do. And we just have to be ourselves to continue. And I think that that's been our mantra all year, and it works really well. And then to get 1% better every day. And I think that's one of the things that we post on everything we do. We don't need to get a lot better. We just got to be ourselves and get 1% better every day. And it's worked all season.
The energy seems to be so high, even though it's 7 a.m. Why is that? What are some of the qualities about this team, personality-wise?
I think it's just we like being around each other. I mean, even outside of volleyball, we spend a lot of time together, and I think that's really important in volleyball.
I think the program has been building up for a while, and our incoming recruits that we had this year and last year have really helped to create a good standard for our team. Everyone's willing to play, everyone wants to play hard, and we have just a good connection between the girls.
I think right now we're doing a lot of individual work, but we also try to have fun on the court because everyone is getting a little bit sore and tired, so it's really important to enjoy what we are doing.
Outside move, finish in on that slide. That's way better than tracking them out.
Before practice started up today, I heard you say, be ourselves, and that's the primary goal. What does that mean to this team?
So part of it is be where your feet are, right? So don't worry about the distractions. Don't worry about all the other things that are going on, the rankings, the nationals, the trips, the school misses, all this other stuff. Enjoy the work that we've done and the position we're at, but also, get to work and do what we do. We call them checklists for every spot. They all have their checklists, so we just go checklist, don't worry about the score, do your checklist, do your next job over and over, and be yourselves, because that's where we're the best. If we can take all of their personalities, they don't change, they get out on the court and they're themselves with their own personality, we're a great team.
It was finally playoff time for our women's volleyball team, and coming into the WHAC tournament, the Blue Devils were given the #1 seed overall after a perfect 20-0 conference record. The ladies were set to battle the 8th-seeded Saint from Siena Heights in the quarterfinal match. First set with LTU up a couple points, doing a good job on the serve receive is Nicole Heiduck digging it up for Christy Doherty, who then feeds Jess Lodge for the spike. Blue Devils starting to gain some momentum. And they would not look back after that. Game point now with a huge lead up by 11. The senior duo of Doherty and Lodge getting the job done once again as Lodge finds the gap in the Saints defense on the drop shot. LTU takes set 1, 25-13. Second set now with the ladies down by 1, looking to even things up, where the Blue Devils, and doing it on the defensive side, were freshman Madeline Hudson and senior Vivara Gramakova blocking the Siena Heights attack. Tie game at 11 apiece. LTU would not let the Saints hang with them after that, pulling away once again, and now at match point where the ladies in blue, senior Zakiah Hunt, with one of her signature on-the-run spikes, earns the final kill as they take set 2, 25-14. Going for the quick 3-set sweep and leaving no question why they're the top seed, where the Blue Devils up 22-11 now. Another pair of seniors connect to finish off the volley here as Alexis Snyder sets up Brittany Tabor for the big-time spike. The ladies would go on to win the set in dominating fashion, 25-12. A great start to the postseason tournament for the women's volleyball team as they now advance to the semifinals. They'll be hosted right here in the Don Riddler Fieldhouse.
Kept composure a lot today, and we played our own game, and it was just like practice almost. It was like we're playing ourselves, but we wanted to win. Playing our game and playing how we know we can play, because we've proved what we can do from our conference play, and it's just finishing it out and finishing strong. You know, we all have the same mindset, and we all want to just win and do our best and do what we can for ourselves and the program and the school. So it's really cool to be on a team that's representing that so well. We've been playing all together since my freshman year, so this is like a third year being together, and we're like a family now at this point. I know that's cheesy to say, but we really do love each other, and we have a great time, and being lucky enough to play college volleyball is like a lot, so to love who you're with is even better. So.
Potential brewing here for Lawrence Tech. Room to roam. The flag is staying down. Right, it slips through. Rodriguez Bermejo! Did that indeed go in? It did! With 1 minute and 37 seconds left. Could you have drawn up a better moment?
Coming up this week in LTU Athletics. On Friday the 22nd, cross country heads to the NAIA Cross Country Nationals. Men's ice hockey is back home to face Cleary. Puck drops at 5:45 p.m. On Saturday the 23rd, both basketball teams are in action. The women play at 1 p.m. and tip-off for the men is at 3 p.m. For all games, times, and locations, please visit the LTU Athletics website.
All right, Blue Devil fans, that's all we have for you today on the LTU Sports Report, but be sure to tune in every Monday at 4:30 p.m. to Fox Sports Detroit for all the latest episodes.
And if you crave more LTU athletic action, connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram for more updates.
From all of us here at Lawrence Tech, we hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next week.
LTU Sports Report is brought to you by Varsity Brands, elevating student experiences in sport, spirit, and achievement. The City of Southfield, the center of it all. Michigan First Credit Union, and Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor.